Thanks for joining us here at the Charm Life Tarot. I'm Shanna and this is Kirby, and we're here to talk about what is happening in your energy, what's affecting you for the next 30 days. We're going to be covering your spiritual guide for this next month, what's happening in your financial sector, what's happening in your love sector, what's happening in your creative sector, and what you can do with your energy to feed all of those things to make sure that you're doing the best you can for yourself. So I hope that you're comfy and cozy. This is going to be a long video, so if you need some water or a snack or some iced coffee, go dive in. And then we're going to go get started. Okay, so I love the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit book, and I just feel like Kim Krans has the best description. Like, she does the really, really amazing things with tarot. If you ever have had the Wild Unknown Tarot, or you've had any readings from it, it's great. This is the Animal Spirit book, which I'm sure you've seen before. If you watch tarot, a lot of people have this. And the card that I pulled for you as your guidance for the next month, or the energy that you could pull from to help you through whatever this month brings to you, is the Scorpion. But generally, as a tarot reader, I like to read cards like intuitively. I've been reading tarot since I was like 8 years old, so like I'm pretty familiar with them. But this is actually more like an oracle, and she gives like very, very, very excellent advice. So I'm actually going to read to you what the Scorpion Spirit says, and hopefully as I do it, you can glean what you need to get you through this month and the energy that's at the core of what's happening for you guys this month. So yeah, Scorpion, passionate, competitive, tends toward isolation. The Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers, and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. When in balance, wild and free, fierce. When out of balance, jealous, resentful, unresolved. To bring back into balance, honesty and forgiveness. That's interesting. I'm wondering, and as we explore more, I'm wondering what you need to talk about, Libra. I do feel like with Libras, I love Libras. I'm a Libra cusp, just a few hours away from being a Libra myself. I have a lot of Libra tendencies. My Mercury is in Libra, but I do feel like Libras do spend a lot of time like really focused on their job at hand and what they're doing, and they can be very, very myopic. I think that society has taught us that Libras are these like fancy free kind of airheads, but that is like absolutely not the case. I think that Libras can be very myopic in what they're doing and very focused in what they're doing. Like, for example, like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is a Libra. She is very, very focused in what she's doing and how she's going to get there. Kamala Harris is a Libra. You know what I mean? Like, very focused, getting to where she wants to go. You know, like she became the first female president of the electric rainbow of colors. You know, like, that's very myopic, and I think that people kind of forget that that's what the Libras do. And I also think that with Libras too, like I currently have like 2 very good Libra friends right now in my life, and they are both like very focused on their career and very focused on their work, and like can forget to take care of themselves and to And also very focused on taking care of other people, and can forget to take care of themselves and take care of like those things that make them feel whole, because it's not a matter of like ruling emotions. It's more about, hold on just a second. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, like, there is a sense of like missing that emotional sector and having that conversation with other people too. There's also a sense of like the way in which diplomacy works with the Libra is that they don't want to have any fights. Like having a fight, having an argument, it's really destructive. It's really impractical. It ruffles feathers and it makes people uncomfortable and it takes the joy out of a situation. But like constantly dancing around tough conversations can cause more tension and cause more stress in situations, and then you start to feel like you're being put upon, right? And then that makes you not function in a very balanced way, which is what the Libra wants to do. The Libra wants to function in a very balanced way. The Libra does not want to necessarily like harm people or blow things up. If blowing the thing up was going to like give everyone an equal share, maybe that's the case, but they really want to work in a way that's collaborative and build systems of collaboration. And like fighting and being combative does not lend itself to that, right? So but like not every tough conversation is a fight. And I think that when you my Libra friends don't have those conversations, that's when you allow the other person to kind of make your relationship on their terms, or your job or whatever, to make the relationship on its terms, or whatever you're interacting with or whomever you're interacting with. All of those diplomatic sort of like sacrifices can kind of like take away from you feeling like you have a voice and you feeling like you're expressing yourself honestly and fully. So I would encourage you, Libras, to have those tough conversations, so that you don't explode or feel like you're being taken advantage of, or feel like there's like an elephant in the closet or like in the room, you know what I mean? Like to feel like there's so much going on around you. Yeah, so that's what I get from that. Yeah, and if you have a feeling, it's good to be honest and express that feeling rather than not expressing it because you feel like it will get things out of balance, right? Like you want to sometimes in order to get things into balance, you have to have a tough conversation and say what it is and say how you feel, because your feelings are valid, right? And I know my Libra friends, like, feelings are messy. Who wants to do that? But like sometimes you have to get a little bit messy, and you can work it out later. But it's just really good to work things out so that a small knot doesn't turn into a huge knot that you can tie. All right, so yes, this is your guidance, the Scorpion. And then we're going to move into the Earth sector, which is your material needs and concerns for the next 30 days. You have the Lovers. I love that. Wow. You're starting off really well. Give the King of Cups. Wowzers. You have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And you have the Two of Cups. Jeez Louise. Wow. I live next to a train, like across the street from a train station. So throughout these videos, you're gonna hear like a choo-choo train. Don't be upset. Like, it's real. We're real out here in these streets. But yeah, let's talk about your material concerns. It looks like, I mean, there's like a lot of love here. I'm actually gonna put this down so you can kind of see what's going on. But yeah, there's a lot of whatever's happening to you financially is really, really beautiful. I think that it looks like you have an abundance of choice to whatever you're doing, and you're also building you're building something with someone romantically. So it seems like your material concerns are very, very closely connected to your love and to your romantic life. So it looks like you have found a partner that, or you're making an offering to find a partner. A partner's coming into your life that is really going to build something beautiful materially with you. So maybe you'll be moving into a new house with your partner. Maybe your partner can somehow support you in finding a new job or finding something like that. But there's like a lot of love in this situation. What I'm seeing in this Three of Pentacles reverse is that something that was happening, like you were getting the support, someone was teaching you how to do it, but you weren't getting all the things that you need to get whatever your task is done. I'm also seeing like a feeling of being a novice in an area of something. Like you feel like you're going into something in your financial life that you don't know what you're doing, and you're looking for a lot of advice from other people on how to do it, yet and still you feel like you're still a novice in this thing. But I think and I also see a choice coming for you soon. When I see the Lovers, like I mean, you know, I do think of divine counterpart, and I do think of like you have found your divine partner, but I also see like you're about to be a glutton for choice in something financial. So maybe this is like if you are, you know, looking for a car, you've been looking to buy a car for the past 6 months, and you know nothing has come your way. It seems like in the next 30 days you're gonna be flooded with like cars. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I don't know which you know, Honda CRV to pick from. I don't even know if they still make Honda CRVs, but yeah, you're gonna, I don't know which car to pick from. There are so many options. Or like if you are trying to like rent an apartment and you can't find an apartment that you want, you're gonna be like, wow, I'm a glutton for choice. These are two very beautiful options. And you know, but all that is to say that like what you need in your financial or in your life materially, what you need to bring in your life materially is love. There's an offer of love in that place. Oh, back to the Lovers being a choice. The card that I see as like a divine counterpart card, actually a card I see about a relationship card or a love card, is the Two of Cups. And you have both the Lovers and the Two of Cups here, and the King of Cups, right? So it's interesting that this is the material part of your reading, because I would see this as a very romantic part. So that leads to me to think that you really need to bring actual love into what you're doing in your life. So whether or not it's you are working this job that you have, or you're in grad school, or you're, you know, a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever, you need to bring in love in that place. There also might be someone at your work who is in love with you, or like wants to give you a love offering. I'm also seeing like you buying a property or a car or, you know, something like that, or starting a business or a job that you actually love, you know, that you, after being in such a messy position, right? And feeling like a novice and feeling like you don't know what's going on, you're actually being able to like to love the position that you're in. I'm also seeing that this new you know, whatever you're gonna have in your material life that you've been working on, that you're about to be a glutton for choice about, like, if you're a single person, if you're a single Libra, it could actually bring you love. So like, let's say you to go back to the car metaphor, you finally got that car, and you like, now you can go on hiking trips and you meet someone, right? Like, because you got that car, it gave you access to go on hiking trips, and now you've met your new partner, right? Or like you're currently living with a bunch of roommates and you found an apartment, now you feel comfortable having people over, and so on and so forth. So it seems like or like, you know, you start this job, you get this raise or whatever, and then that's how you meet your partner. And I'm also seeing for folks that are coupled, if you and your partner are trying to buy a house or have success, or, you know, buy a house or buy an apartment or get a car or make an investment or start a business, you doing that together is going to bring you to a place of unity and just like a beautiful relationship that is tighter than ever. Like, it's gonna, like, you and your divine counterpart coming together in this way, you know. I'm saying smartly, like, you're a Libra, you know, that you want to have like contracts written, you want to, you know, make sure that all your ducks are in a row. But I do see that if you coming together with a partner in a material concern, such as like starting a business together, a side gig, moving into an apartment, buying a house, there is going to be a lot of love there. And it might be put this up. It might be that there's like a learning curve, like thinking about that the Three of Pentacles in reverse. But he's got the sneezels. Sneezy puppy. But it's gonna be a place that you can build a lot of love in, right? Like it'll be a beautiful experience that enriches you, and it works as a love offering as well. So I'm really seeing your business and your love life being tied together in some way in the next 30 days. And this is an energy that feels like longer than 30 days. Definitely, like, it seems like you and a person that you love have like wanted to do something for a while, and you didn't know whether or not it'd be a good idea to come together. Coming together, working on this project will absolutely bring a lot of love in your life. And I see the same thing for you single Libras too, that if you have a project or something that you're working on financially, and like, you could actually meet your divine counterpart while doing that. So that's like a huge deal. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. All right, so let's talk, now that we're doing, after all that love, let's see what's happening directly in the emotional segment, the water segment of your chart. You have the Sun of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords in this deck. The High Priestess, we're killing it. The Father of Pentacles, and the Lovers again. Okay, ciao. I don't know what y'all are going through, Libra. I'm personally am like a little bit jealous that I'm not a full-blooded Libra, because a lot of really good things are happening for you guys right now. The energy that's happening is, when I see the Sun of Swords, this is your card. This is that air energy. This is the fast-moving intellectual power of cutting through things and getting things done. So if you're, whatever it is, and I really feel this is like going back to what I see in your material life, is that you have all the skills to do whatever it is that this activity is, and get it done. Like, the High Priestess has all the secrets, knows everything about what's going on. The Father of Pentacles, totally structured situation, and the Lovers again. So let's get back to I'm getting like I'm downloading a lot of information right now, so it's like, woof, a lot's happening. I think that for you guys romantically right now, there's some super powerful energy that's happening right now. I really see for a lot of my Libra friends that you're going into a place where you're meeting this person in your life that not only anchors you, but also pushes you to be as successful as you want to be and as you can be. And they also are super steady and super stable. And it feels like you guys have cut through a lot of bullshit over the years. Like, a lot of bullshit. You've cut through a lot of bullshit. You've been like, and now you're building. Like, you have all the information that you need, all of the secrets, all of the thoughts, all the time that you put in, all the analysis, all the pros and cons. You put in all the work to really cut the bullshit, to go to to bring in that divine counterpart that you want into your life. And what's really cool about this relationship that you guys are coming to is that this is an anchored and steady relationship. It's a very balanced, you guys are financially successful. You have enough money to put in the nest egg away. You are both able to be independent without each other, but are fine being dependent on each other, right? Which is a totally secure and beautiful way of being. I'm just seeing that it's a divine counterpart situation. And for my Libras right now who are single, if you're single as a Pringle and you're like, Shannon, what the hell are you talking about? I don't have any of this. I see that you have been actively cutting away bullshit in your life, working on whatever you need to work out, cleansing whatever is toxic in you, going to therapy or going to talk to your friends or reading self-help books, whatever you can do, meditating and growing to be the best person that you can be, and analyzing your past relationships and deciding decisively that you're looking for somebody who is stable, number one, and that is also your divine counterpart. And what's really wild is this totally reflects what was happening in the first pile. Like, it totally, you have the Lovers twice, you know what I mean? Like, that is your stability and your material concerns are super important to you right now, and they're totally related to your love life, right? And maybe it's also like, you're planning the future that you want and planning what you want your finances to look like with a partner that you already have or a partner that you have in the future. A lot of y'all are really trying to settle down. I see a lot of you coming together in a union, and for you, love isn't just like a fancy free thing. That's another thing about Libras, is like, people think that they're just like, I love everybody, I get crushes all the time, which is true. You get crushes all the time. I'm a Libra cuspy. I get crushes all the time. But the truth is that the 7th house, which Libra rules, which rules marriage, also rules partnerships and contracts. And you really do believe that marriage is a contract, and the legality of it and the practicality of having a contract and signing it. That's what Libras do too. So the fact that your emotional sector and your romantic sector are and your material sector are so closely tied together feels very, very right, and it feels very, very balanced. Like you really have decided that like all that shit that you've been through in the past, all those those crazies and the people that didn't work out, and whatever myriad of things that you've been through, that now you really want a divine counterpart. You want that person to be practical and independent, but not independent. Because I think in relationships, like being like, I'm an independent woman, I don't need anybody, I think that's bullshit. I think the reason, like, especially you, Libra, like, we're a social people, and we need people. Human beings need people, right? Like, we need to have people. We need to feel like you can depend on somebody, and that somebody can depend on us. So that's why I don't like independent. It's okay to be dependent on somebody and to be attached to somebody, right? Like, that's healthy. Like, we, the reason why we survived all these thousands, hundreds of thousands of years is because we go in groups, and we can take care of each other, essentially. So, but all that is to say that this person that you're with is 100% fine without you. So you don't have to feel like a sugar daddy or a sugar mama when you're with this person. But you feel secure enough with this person that they're going to be there when you need them. And you already know that you're going to be there when they need you. And what's great here is that you spent, if you look at the High Priestess, it says you've spent a lot of the time in your life learning and understanding and getting to a place where you can finally acknowledge what you want in a relationship. So that's a lot of growth, and I'm really proud of you, Libra. Like, you used your creative and intellectual mind to cut through the bullshit, and you have decided, like, right now what you want is a healthy relationship in which you can have a divine counterpart, somebody who's got their shit together as much as you do, and that's a beautiful thing, and that's what you're getting right now. And I see that, like, if this double the Lovers card definitely for me confirms that, like, the person you're with, or the person that you're going to be with really soon, is definitely your divine counterpart, definitely has their shit together just as much as you do, and has also done the work that you've done to get to the places that you both want to be. So yeah, that sounds really great. You guys are killing it on the love game. So now we're going to talk about just some things in your fire sector, in your creativity, and like feeding the fire that is your life, that you can do to help you get through the next 30 days. So you have connect with fire, health checkup, journal, and intuition. All right, so I think with the thing that's kind of stepping out with me here with the health checkup card is a lot of us are getting our shots now, and I think that's something that could come up with you. I think if you haven't been to the hospital in a long time, I feel like a lot of people haven't been to the hospital in a long time, because hospitals are very scary places on a good day, and in the past year, they've been even scarier places. But I think that that's kind of loosening up now, and that it's important for you to take care of yourself. It's important for you to, go and just get a physical and see what's going on there, right? Like, and if you don't have insurance, like a lot of folks, in the U.S. don't have, or it's too expensive, I would suggest that you find a clinic near you where you can just get some things sorted out and checked out, because self-care is adulting, and I know nobody wants to go to the doctor, but it's important that you do and figure those things out. And it's also nice to know that ain't nothing wrong with you, it's nice to know ain't nothing wrong with you, and that's really great. Connect with a fire. I love this card because I grew up in Georgia, and I tell this all the time. I grew up in Georgia, and you can literally burn anything in Georgia. Like, you can have a bonfire in your backyard anytime. I don't know if you still can, but I'm pretty sure you can. So a lot of my memories with my best friends growing up is us being around the fire. Somebody inevitably has an acoustic guitar or something, and we're chilling around the fire, talking and drinking beers, and that's one of my favorite memories. And it's just nice to it connects to something prehistoric and primal in all of us, to be around a fire and be warm and have folks picking at it to try to get it to burn. It just all of that it unites you. It makes you feel both literally and figuratively warm. So definitely, if you have a fireplace, I'd suggest you light it. Where I live, it's currently still pretty cold. If you don't have a fireplace, you can light some candles, and just kind of get into a zone. You could also just get into a bathtub and light a bunch of candles, or light some candles in your room and feel that feeling as well, because it does give you a flickering flame is so soothing and so nice. I'm going to get to the journaling card in a minute, but I want to talk for a minute about intuition. And I really like this card, especially going for the Libra right now, because I really feel like Libras do need to kind of shut down their machine brain for a bit and listen to their third eye, right? Go from your machine brain to your third eye and see the wavelengths of things that you don't see when you're in your machine brain. And I think that a lot of the questions that you're having, and a lot of this Three of Pentacles reversed energy, will be solved by your intuition. You guys are such fine machines. I mean, you know how to run yourselves very well. You know how to think, you know how to act, you know how to produce, you know what to do. All of that is great, but you're not necessarily right all the time. And the places where you aren't right, I think, are when you're using your machine brain rather than your third eye, that you've also refined so well, the way you guys refined everything else so well. So I'd encourage you to shut yourself off and just meditate in that space of understanding the vibrations around you. And in that space, you'll be able to have this visceral response. And that visceral response, that tingling in your tummy, that feeling about things, that's your intuition. And I would encourage you to cultivate that and keep using that, so that you can make excellent choices, right? So that your choices can be even more excellent than they already are, right? So that you can, if you're single, find this divine counterpart that is on the same page as you financially, right? So that you can get this property or this car that you want and know that it's the right one for you, right? And if it's worth it. Yeah, so definitely get into your third eye, get into that space. And then in that way, you'll be balanced. You'll be the balanced machine that you want to be. Journaling. I think this also kind of goes with the intuition aspect. I think writing without feeling like you're going to be judged is a wonderful thing, because it purges you of whatever is worrying you for that day or that second. It allows for you to be present. It allows for you to focus on something that's not to be analyzed by other folks. It allows for you to just freely say whatever's on your mind and get it all out. It also allows for you to keep memories if you choose. It allows you to track data about your life, right? Like, how do you feel on Mondays? Well, you can go back on every Monday and read how Mondays make you feel, right? And it allows for you to just have a place. Nothing is freer than the page. I feel like that's a poem. I want to say that that's something Emily Dickinson said, but I'm not sure. But yeah, nothing is freer than the page. The page can be whatever you want it to be. And I would absolutely recommend that you keep a journal so that you can have that experience. I've been keeping a journal since I was like 8, right? And like that, that's just been something that's always been a part of my life. And it's so freeing, you know? So I would definitely recommend you to do that. Now I'm going to talk to you about some things. This is wild. Love these. Some cards that are coming up for you guys. And you have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. This has been coming up so much. It's really, really wild. Sisterhood of the Rose also has been coming up quite a bit. Soul family and the awakening. I absolutely love this. I love this. So Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. I can already see that you guys are building your own reality. You are building your own reality right now. Like, you are aligning your romantic life and your financial life and all of those, you know, the 4 corners of your universe together. You are doing that right now. You're building the heaven that you want on this earth right now. And I also see that you guys are just create, like, if you have any sort of feeling that like it's not happening, or it's or like all your work is for naught, or like, when is my soulmate coming, when is this job coming? It's coming because you built it. You're getting the things that you want because you made it. Like, you made this person, right? You've created this job, you've created this beautiful space, you've created these things, you've built these things, and that's why they're here, right? And if they're not there yet, it's because you're not finished building them yet, right? It's happening. All of these things are happening. They're divinely happening, and they're not just being pulled out of a hat or pulled out of the air. You know, my favorite Bible verse is faith without works is dead. And you have been working, Libra. So that beautiful relationship, that beautiful house, the things that you want, the reality that you want to create, the heaven that you want on this earth is happening for you because you're building it. So I'm super great. I'm super happy for you because that's super great. Then you have the Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. And this card makes me think of like building a community of people who you love, who love you. And you also got soul family with it too, right? And I just feel like calling your tribe, you don't have to do it alone. I do think that a lot of times, like, Libras, because you guys function so well, that you don't feel like you need anyone to help you. You don't need folks to like come in and do it, because you can do it you can do it yourself fine. You don't even have to deal with their messy emotions or their messy feelings or whatever. But what I see here is that you need support. And again, also thinking about The Scorpion card, which is talking about that the animal that's guiding you for this next 30 days, was talking about how you needed people, was talking about how you need to have those conversations and to, to go and have people around you and be honest about that. So I feel like that's the area in your life that you most need to get in balance, because Libras are always trying to balancing, but I think having friends, having a soul family, dumping off the rough parts of your life on folks, like, not dumping off the rough parts of your life on folks, but rather like asking people to support you for a bit, you know what I mean? Like being able to talk to your friends. That's something that you can do. Like you can divulge things in people that can get it off your back. What I'm seeing is, especially at the journaling, I'm getting the energy that you are taking on a lot and you need to talk to folks about it so that it's not as heavy, right? Like, I'm vividly getting, like, you went to the grocery store and bought a ton of food, and rather than going inside and asking your spouse or your sibling to like help you come get the bags out of the car, or rather than even like taking 2 trips, you are taking like all the bags in your hands and your arms are just like, just like being pulled and like lines going through them and all this stuff, and you're getting all bruised up and all rubbed up by the bags, just because you wouldn't ask for help, right? Because you'd rather die than ask for help or take 2 trips to the car. And I think what the Sisterhood of the Rose and the Soul Family is asking you to do is to call in the people that are like-minded, call in the people that love you, to support you through your times and the things that you're doing, because you're not alone, right? Like you're not alone. You have so many people that are that love you, Libra. You have so many people that love you, so don't do it alone. And I also see that that's coming into your life, opening to an energetic upgrades, the awakening, a new way of being, integration. I really see you guys are about to start integrating with people. You're about to start mixing with people and finding your soul family and finding the people that you're supposed to be with. You're definitely in a situation where you're about to find your divine counterpart, absolutely, in a place where you're like Captain Planet, Earth, Wind, Air, Fire, Water. When our powers combine, you're Captain Planet. But it's the combination of those powers, right? It's a combination of those people together, that make Captain Planet, who's the hero, who's gonna keep pollution down to zero. And that's the energetic upgrade that I'm sorry for that, but that's the energetic upgrade that is going to be happening for you. You guys are having like a really intensely powerful transition over the next 30 days, and that's like a super beautiful thing. Like I hope when we get to my sign that I'm going through this similar situation. I claim this as a Libra cuspy because this is great. Yeah, because that's great. I'm gonna pull you some charms. I feel like I've been talking for hours, but I hope that it's all been helpful. I'm gonna pull you guys some charms to see if there's any more messages that I can give to you, to see if your guides have anything else to say, or just to see if anything needs to be clarified or validated. For the Libra. Oh wow, okay. Interesting. Wow. Absolutely love. That's so funny. I actually got this charm hanging out with my Libra friend. But yeah, let's get into it. You guys it's so funny. We were talking about intuition And this represents intuition to me. This is like a crystal ball, or like, you know, like using your psychic energy to connect with something. You've got, I got this seashell on a trip to the Philippines. So this always makes me think of like traveling and exploring new opportunities, you know, and having adventures and going to beautiful places, and you know, seeing things that you haven't ever seen before, and being surprised at the beauty of something. So that's a really powerful growth. And what was really great was that you guys have so much love that this charm, which just straight up means love, divine and pure love, was in it. Like this, in the cutest way it could possibly be. And yes, you also have these are like angel wings, but that are like dressed up. So to me, this is like being dressed, like dressing yourself in a beautiful sort of armor, like steeling yourself for things that are to come, but not in a way where you're like hiding yourself, but rather you're like you're getting dressed up to go on a new job. Like you're getting, it's like a superhero putting on their like new uniform or whatever. But some of the things I do see is you feel chained to something. Something is, it makes you feel chained. There's a weight on you that you need to cut out. So that's kind of, this is kind of like 10 of Wands energy. You feel chained to something. There's a burden. This is something. But this is 8 of Swords energy. The thing that you feel is burdening you is all in your mind. So if you have like a lot of doubts right now, or you're experiencing sort of like shallow emotions about something, if you feel imprisoned or chained by something, because these two, the chain and the prison, came out together. I see you needing to cut that out, because whatever you feel chained to, it's something that you created. Because I really see you, Libra, creating your own reality. So if your reality has you having feeling bound and imprisoned by something, that's because you've created that yourself. You know, like you're responsible for that reality. And if you want to get out of it, because you have so much love, you have so much confirmation of love in here, you need to put on your superhero suit, you know, gear up, use your intuition and, you know, the love that you have, and cut it out. For some of you, I also see traveling with somebody that you love, going to new, having a new experience in a new place, a new destination with somebody that you love, going to the sea with somebody that you love. And I also see, I'm going to go into a small segue about the Philippines. So I went to the Philippines. I'd never been to the Philippines before. I didn't know anything about it. I was going on a trip with these two girls. I had no idea about the Philippines. I didn't even know that it was like 7,000 islands, like depending on the time of day. I didn't know anything about the Philippines. And I flew into Manila, and I was only supposed to be there for 3 days. But I ended up meeting one of my best friends to this day, and they were like, let's go to this island. I was like, okay, I didn't even know that the Philippines was a bunch of islands. I was in Manila, which is like one of the biggest cities in the world, and I was like, okay, you know, you're telling me this place is beautiful. I guess I'll trust you. And, you know, I said yes to that. And I went to this amazing island, and I had never seen anything as beautiful. I'd never seen so many palm trees in my life. It was like a sea of palm trees, you know, and I remember when the plane was going down, my breath was taken away. I'd never seen water as crystal clear as that. I'd never seen the ocean, just waves and barrels like this, just beautiful. I learned how to surf there. You know what I mean? I didn't, I learned so much and saw so many beautiful things. And all that is to say that the reason why I kept this seashell is because it always reminds me that there is beauty in places that you can't even imagine, right? Like I couldn't imagine that a place could be so beautiful. And to have the love charm be inside of it, what that's saying to me is that maybe for some of you, your divine counterpart is not the person that you expected, like, or that the person that you have kind of projected. Because although you can like create so many things in your life, like you can create your own reality, maybe the person that is for you, your divine counterpart, is something that is someone that you didn't expect, someone that you didn't draw up in your mind, and that person is really a beautiful thing. It's something that you didn't expect. And for my single Libras out there, it's really telling me that you're about to find your divine counterpart in a place that you did not expect. And that's like a really beautiful thing, because once you do, and it's super confirmed, you have the Lovers twice, super confirmed that you're about to find your divine counterpart in a place that you didn't expect. Love that for you. I love that journey for you. That's awesome. Yeah. And if you feel like you're not, it's because you built this prison and the chain to this idea that you're not. Because this is all bullshit. You know what you have and what you can do, and you know that it's there for you, and you know that you're building it. It might not look necessarily like what you thought. You know, it might not be like the blonde-haired, 6-foot-tall model that you thought it was gonna be, or it might not be Beyonce. But it will be a beautiful thing, and you will find this beauty in an unexpected place. Definitely feeling that for you, or your divine partner is the unexpected person for you. And then for my partnered and coupled Libras, I think for a lot of you, this person is somebody that you're just like wouldn't expect. Your partner might be somebody that people don't expect to be with you, like, or you know, they'd be like, I didn't think that would. Who'd have thought that they would be each other's peanut butter and jelly. And also, I'm seeing that your partner that you do have is about to give you something or take you someplace beautiful that you wouldn't expect to find beauty in. Like maybe they're going to take you to their podunk hometown and you find out that there's like something very beautiful there. Or maybe you will go on a trip to a faraway place and then it brings you closer because, you know, there's beauty there. Yeah, so that's all I have for you, Libras, today. And thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. Yeah, so if you found this video helpy, one of these days I'm going to learn how to talk. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and share. If you'd like to book a session with me, please follow the links down below. And yeah,